Hello everyone. Today again we are here to learn the another history chapter, that is a period of transition, or we can say the modern world. Historians classified history into three broad periods, that is ancient, medieval and modern. Each period is categorized on the basis of certain political, social and economic characteristics specific to that period. In this PPT, we are going to learn about the transition period, meaning of modern history, and the sources of modern history. So, we'll move further to learn first about the transition. The progression of time from one period to another in history is called transition or transitional period. These are perceived to be times of creative chaos or inactivity and decline. Either way, a study of transitions is important to understand why the previous period ended and how and why the new one emerged. Next, we'll learn about the modern history. Modern history is the history of the world beginning after the Middle Ages. Generally, the term modern history refers to the history of the world since the advent of the Age of Reason and the Age of Enlightenment in the 17th and 18th centuries and the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. The term modern history refers to different periods of the time in different parts of the world. So while in Europe, modern history extends from the 15th century to present day, in India it begins with the British conquest of India in the 18th century. Now we will learn in detail about the sources of modern history. Historians reconstruct the modern age through various source material which help in better understanding of this period. Compared to the ancient and medieval history, the source for modern history are richer and far more diverse. Sources of modern history can be divided into two types: primary sources and secondary sources. Now we'll move further and learn about the primary sources first. Primary sources are those that provide first-hand accounts of an event or a time period in history, or direct accounts from people living during that period in history. Examples of primary sources include eyewitness accounts of events, newspaper reports, diaries, journals, letters, interviews, speeches, manuscripts, emails, and blogs, autobiographies, biographies, and memories, official records such as government publications and the census data, monuments, artifacts, coins, and inscriptions. Apart from that, paintings, photographs, films, television programs, audio recordings, statistical data based on survey, fieldwork, and opinion polls, etc. comes under these examples. After learning about primary sources, we'll move further to learn about secondary sources. Secondary sources are based on primary sources. They explain, discuss, describe, analyze, interpret, or summarize primary data. Or we can say accounts of the period that are recorded by the people who study the primary sources to interpret it and arrive at certain conclusions about the period. Examples of secondary sources include such as textbooks and encyclopedias and articles in academic magazines and journals. Some more examples like scholarly articles, as I said before, research papers, reports, reviews, books, audiovisual materials developed by contemporary scholars and researchers. Now we'll move further and learn about Europe in modern world and its characteristics. The modern period in Europe is said to have started in the late 15th century and spent over 300 years. Modern age in Europe is associated with certain events like decline of medieval feudalism, the rise of towns and cities, increase in trade and commerce, and the rising consequences of individual rights. These events mark the transition of Europe from the Middle Age to the modern age. The modern period of history witnessed sweeping changes in most parts of the world. These changes were brought about by the powerful forces. To understand events in the modern history, we first need to understand what these forces were and how they changed the medieval world. So first we'll move ahead with the Renaissance, period of revival of arts, literature, science and architecture in Europe. Lasted from the 14th till about the 16th century. Emphasis on humanism, rationalism, spirit of inquiry and scientific spirit. Fueled by the capture of Constantinople by Turks and migration of scholars. The Reformation or Protestant Reformation refers to a movement that started in Europe with the aim of reforming the Roman Catholic Church. It started in Germany in 16th century and rapidly spread across Europe. It was a reaction against the increasing abuse and corruption in the Catholic Church. The Reformation focused on the teachings of Bible as the sole source that could reveal the truth. The movement aimed at questioning everything that was based on blind faith and bring in rationally to the lives of the people in Europe. There were many causes for the Reformation, like rampant corruption and moral degradation in the Catholic Church, spirit of Renaissance, writings of early reformers, rise of strong rulers who witnessed to break away from church. Martin Luther, a German monk, wrote 95 theses and challenged the church. Several Lutheran churches established in the time. This movement divided Europe between the Protestantism and Catholicism. Reforms initiated within Catholic Church under Counter-Reformation. The voices of discovery, the newfound mindset of inquiry, encouraged a spirit of adventure among the people, which prompted them to undertake voices of discovery through exploring the oceans and discovering the unknown land. Many voices of explorations were sponsored by the monarchs of various European nations. With the capture of Constantinople by Ottoman Empire, many existing trade routes to India and China were shut down. These trade routes were essential as they brought valuable and expensive products such as spices and silk from the east. The explorations were facilitated by the inventions of the magnetic compass and by the other factors such as developments in sailing and navigational sciences. The constructions of huge ships were developments in the cartography. With the discovering of newfound routes and new lands, there were growth in the wealth of the trading communities in many European countries. This led to the emergence of the strong wealthy class of merchants. Through the voyages, the Europeans discovered many unknown lands. The explorations of these unknown lands further marked expansion and colonizations of the New World, India and the Far East.